Okay, so today we are going to start our first chapter called Matter in Our Surrounding. Okay, which is the part of our ninth class science. Okay, so we have already discussed about the matter. Okay, so what is matter? It is anything that have mass and occupies space. Anything that have mass and occupies space is called as matter. Okay, so here we have some point about the matter that we have to discuss. Everything that we can touch, okay, or can see or can hear, can taste, okay, also, or we can also the smell, are nothing, all are nothing but the matters. All are nothing but the matters. So we can say whatever the object that present in our surrounding, all are matters. Okay, it is made up of tiny particles. Okay, that tiny particles called as atom. Okay, which cannot be seen, which can't be seen through the eyes because they are microscopic in structure, they are microscopic. Okay, so we can't see them. Okay, because they are very tiny particles. The particles of which the matter is comprised influence its state and the properties. Okay, so which type of atom or is present in particular matter, on that basis different matter have different properties. Okay, like if we discuss about the plastic. Okay, so particles of the plastic are different. If we discuss about the metal, okay, any metal that we have at our home, which contain different type of particles. Okay, then the paper that we are using for writing or reading purpose from the book, okay, that contain the different types of particles. Okay, so what type of particle present in an matter, that particle decide the physical and chemical and physical and chemical properties of matter. Okay, so now we will discuss about the state of matter now. Okay, we have already been discussed that at a normal temperature and pressure, at normal temperature and pressure, matter generally exists in three states. Okay, one is called solid, another one is called liquid, and last one is called gas. Okay, these are the state at a normal temperature and pressure only. Okay, so matter can be classified as solid, liquid, and gases on the basis of or we can say the intermolecular force between the particles of solid and their arrangement. Okay, so like if the interparticular force of attraction is very strong, then the particle will appear in solid form. If the intermolecular force of attraction is loose, then will appear in liquid form. Whereas if though no intermolecular force is working between particles, then that matter will exist in gaseous form. Okay, so we have these three states of matter, which is on the basis of the intermolecular force of attraction working between particles of atom. Okay, what is the basis of this state? The state of matter, I'm writing here, the state of matter, the state of matter, the state of matter is on the basis of, is on the basis of intermolecular intermolecular or interatomic interatomic or intermolecular force of attraction acting between particles of solid. Particles of solid. Okay. If force of attraction is very strong, if attraction or force of attraction is very strong, then matter will appear in solid form. Whereas if force of attraction is weak, then matter will present in liquid form. Matter will present in liquid form or liquid state. Third one, if no force of attraction, if no force of attraction working between particles of matter, instead repulsion force will work there. Okay, so no force of attraction will working between particles of matter, then it present in gaseous form. Then it will present in gaseous form. Okay, so on the basis of force of attraction working between particles of matter, okay, they exist in three states: solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. These three forms of state of a matter are interconvertible. Okay, like if we will heat, okay, suppose here we have the solid matter. Okay, here we have solid matter. If we will heat, the solid matter will convert. See, I am writing here the symbol of heat called delta. Okay, and positive sign means we are providing the heat. Okay, solid will convert into liquid. Solid will convert into liquid. On further heating, liquid will convert into the gas. Okay, but on reversing the process, like on condensation or reducing the temperature, okay, gases will convert into liquid, and on further cooling, okay, liquid will convert into the solid. Okay, so we can say solid, liquid, and gas are the state of matter, and they are interconvertible. Okay, by providing heat, solid may convert into the liquid form and liquid can convert into the gaseous form, whereas on cooling, gases going to condense to form liquid and the liquid will convert into the solid. Okay, so here we are discussing about the interconvertibility of matter. Okay, yeah, so I want you all to take a screenshot first because I'm going to erase it now. Take a screenshot, beta, everyone. Done? Everyone done, beta?
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we are going to discuss detail about the state of matter on the basis of their properties. The screen is visible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Okay. Yeah. See, So on the basis of properties, we have categorized, or we can say it is nothing but the properties of matter on the basis of their state. Okay. So first property we have the shape and volume. Okay. See, solid, they have very strong force of attraction between particles. That means they will have the fixed shape and fixed volume. Is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fixed shape and fixed volume. Whereas liquid have the fixed volume but not the fixed shape. Okay. It takes the shape according to the container where that liquid is present. Understood? Okay. Liquid have no fixed shape but has the fixed volume. It have volume fixed. Okay. If we will, going to buy a water bottle having 1 liter. Okay. Suppose if we are having buying water bottle of capacity 1 liter, that means that water bottle contain only 1 liter. Okay. So that water is going to take a shape according to the bottle only. Okay. But if we will pour that water into the another container with different size shape, that takes shape according to the container. Okay. So here we can say that liquid take shape according to the container where they are present. Okay. But they have fixed volume. If we will have 1 liter of milk, if we will going to pour into another container according to the different shape, the shape will going to change, but no, the volume will remain same. Okay, beta? Understood? Now next, gas neither have definite shape nor volume. Okay, because gases are very highly compressible and they takes according to the container where they present. Okay, so we can highly compress the gases, that's why they do not have the definite shape and volume. Okay, now next one is energy. Okay, see, if the particles have strong force of attraction between them, then they have the lowest energy level. Okay, so between, in solid the particles have the lowest energy, in liquid they have medium energy, and in gases have a highest energy level of the particle. That's why, okay, that gases particle, they present in our surrounding. Okay, because and the particles of gases, they do not have any force of attraction between them. Okay, means that particles have higher energy level. Okay, because suppose we have liquid water. Okay, so liquid water going to absorb energy from the surrounding and it skips from liquid to gaseous state. Okay, so when that phase from solid to liquid or liquid to gas going to change, when we will increase the energy of the constituent particles. Okay, so we can say energy in solid is very low, in medium present in a liquid state, and in gaseous state a very high energy present in an particle. Okay, now we have compressibility. So solid do not see, solid have very strong force of attraction. Okay, that's why, see, solid, they have a very strong force of attraction. Okay, that means they have the fixed shape, we cannot change the shape. Okay, means they have the fixed shape. Whereas
Sir.
yes, beta.
Sir, from the compressibility, can you explain definitions and explain the properties, sir?
See, compressibility means if solid have definite shape, then we can't compress that material or solid matter. We can't, if you are having pen in your hand, okay, so you can't compress that pen into to change the shape or size. Okay, but if suppose like gases, okay, like in our cylinder we are having at our home. Okay, that cylinder contain 14 liter of liquid petroleum gas. Okay, that if we will release that gas, will take volume of the room. Okay, and so we can say that it is also called as CNG. Why it is called as CNG? It is compressed natural gas.
Yes.
Yes. So gases are very highly compressible because between the particles space is very high. Okay, because they do not contain force of attraction. That's why particle tends to move away from each other. Means they have a very large space between particles. But in case of solid, particles do not have the space between them. That means we can't compress them because we do not have any space within the solid so that particles or atom will get shipped there. Okay, that's why solids are incompressible or very difficult to compress, or we can't compress them because they have the fixed shape. Okay, but liquid are very slightly compressible, very less compressible, otherwise they are not compressible. Okay, but gases are highly compressible, we can compress them easily. Okay, now understood, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now in arrangement of particles of solid, okay, solid have the definite arrangement of particles for the long range, or we can say the particle in solids are very regularly arranged. Okay, and closely packed and closely and regularly arranged in case of solid only. Okay, but in case of liquid, particles tend to move within the liquid state or within the liquid. That's why they do not have arrangement of the particle is not fixed. Okay, that means random arrangement of particle is random and little sparely arranged, means their arrangement is also not regular. Okay, and they have little space between the particles, very less space between the particles. But in case of gases particles always tends to move apart from each other. That means the arrangement of particle will be random and they contain a very large space between the particles. Okay, that's why they are highly compressible. Okay, then we have fluidity. Fluidity means the flowing capacity of the material. Flowing capacity of the matter. Okay, so solid have fixed volume. Okay, they are highly we can say they are not compressible, means they are incompressible. So solid are not going to flow. Okay, so here we have written here solid can't flow. Okay, but liquid, they flows from higher to lower level. Okay, suppose we have water tank. Okay, overheated water tank at our home. Okay, water always coming from the higher region to lower region. Okay, that means the liquid can flow from higher level to lower level. Okay, but in case of gases, flows in all possible direction. They flows in all possible direction. Okay, no higher, no surface, and no under, like there is no fixed direction. Okay, but they tends to move apart from each other in all possible direction, in upward direction, downward direction, and on both the direction, right hand side, left hand side, any side they can travel or move. Okay, that means gases can flow in all direction, all possible direction, whereas liquid can flow only from the higher level to lower level. Okay, and solid, they can't flow. Okay, we have 12 minutes. Now we have the movement. Okay, so the movement of particles is very negligible. Okay, in case of solid, because they are strongly bonded with neighboring atom. That's why, like solid, they do not perform movement of the particle within the solid. But in case of liquid state, they depend on the interparticle attraction. If force of attraction very strong, then particles are not going to move. Okay, but intermolecular force of attraction is weak, then particles can move in all possible direction except surface. Okay, so we can say liquid particles can move within the liquid only, but in case of gases, they are free to move in all possible direction. Okay, so and particles of gases, they constantly moving particles in any random direction. Okay, there is no direction fixed for the flow of gases. Then interparticle space. So we already discussed that solid contain very less interparticle space, whereas liquid have more intermolecular space or interparticular space. But in case of gases, have the very large, okay, space between the particles. Okay, next we have interparticle attraction. So in solid, interparticular or intermolecular force of attraction is very high, means maximum. Okay, then intermolecular force of attraction between liquid is medium. Okay, whereas intermolecular force of attraction between gases is very minimum. Okay, that's why particle that tends to move in any possible direction. Okay, now next we have density. Okay, so particles are arranged compactly and in regular manner in solid state. That's why they have the higher density as compared to the liquid and gas. Okay, then rate of diffusion. Okay, the rate of diffusion means if you will place the any solid substance, it is not going to mm, diffuse from higher concentration to lower like this. Okay, that means solid have the rate of diffusion is fixed, whereas it depends on the intermolecular force of attraction in case of liquid. Okay, because in order to provide the room between these two particles, that particle have to be moved apart from each other. Okay, and that require energy, okay, so it depends on the force of attraction of the particles. And rate of diffusion for gases is maximum. Like suppose you are worshipping at your home, and incense stick is you are using in a worship room, then the smell of the instant that incense stick you know diffuse in all the room and at home also. Okay, so because they have the higher diffusion rate, which one? The gases one. Okay, so this is all about the property of solid, liquid and gases. So I want you all to again take a screenshot for that beta, and just inform me once done. Huh?
Done, sir.
Okay, wait a second.
Done.
OneNote is closed now. Wait a second.